Hi everyone. I had a few extra minutes today, so I thought I would begin filming the wrap-up video for my spring challenge. I apologize about my voice. I am sick again, so I sound awful, but I wanted to go ahead and get this filmed because I am slowly switching over to my summer challenge products. So I'm going to start with the foam soaps. I started off with 6. And the goal I set myself was to use 3. I did that with all my products. I decided I was going to use up half of each category, except for the fine fragrance mist, because I have way too many and it takes too long to use them. So I decided I was going to use 1/3 of those, half of everything else. So I started with 6. My goal was to finish 3, and we have already finished 3. They are no longer here in front of me. They have been in past empties videos and they are gone. So 3 are gone. Now 2 more here are almost done. The sweet strawberries and cream just has a little left. I'm gonna leave this at my bathroom sink until it is gone, so that will be 4 that are done. There's still a little bit left, about 1/3 of the lavender blossom. This is at my boyfriend's bathroom sink. I'm going to let him finish that up. It'll probably take all summer, to be honest, but that will be 5 spring soaps gone, which will leave me with 3 that I will be storing until next year. These 2 are brand new. I did buy 2, so I only have 1 left that I started off with, which is really awesome. I'm considering these empty because I will not be storing them for another month, or another year, I'm sorry. So I only have 1 of the original 6 I started with. Of course, it's somehow the oldest one. Poor planning on my part. And then the 2 new ones I bought. These 2 have not been used. The Happy Easter is about 1/3 gone, but I only used it for the month of Easter, and I'll put it out again next year just as decoration. Well, to be used, but, you know, in season for the holiday. So I feel really successful with my foam soaps. I'll only be storing 3, which is not too bad. I don't mind storing products for future seasons because you can get them cheap at the end of one season and use them the next year. But storing 3 is better than storing 6 from like 4 and 5 years ago like I was. So that is my update on my foam soaps, and I'm going to get out my cleansing soaps while I've got a moment. Okay, for my deep cleansing soaps from my spring challenge, I did really well on these. I started out with 3 deep cleansing soaps. My goal was to use up all 3 of them. We've actually used 8. I purchased 8 new ones. So I used up the 3 old ones and 5 of the new ones, and I still have 3 of them left. I will be storing these until next spring, but again, these are this year. I don't mind product being 1 year old. My goal is going to be not to have product last longer than that. So if I buy them this season cheap, I got these at the $3 sale with a coupon. I think they were $2 each. I will store them until next year and use them then. I'm not going to let them sit in my cabinet for another year. But yeah, I'm really proud of our progress on the deep cleansing soaps. Used up everything, bought more, and used up most of that. So I'm just left with a sweet pea, a gardenia and spring rain, and a French lavender. Okay, so wrapping up my spring pocket back challenge, I started off with 45, so my goal was to use half of them, 23. But I did purchase 4 more, so to make up for that, I changed my goal to 25 so that I would still be using up half of them. I have currently used up 21, which means I need to finish 4 more to reach my goal. And these are the 4 I'm going to finish before I start on any summer pocket backs to make sure that I reach my goal of 25. These 2, the Yora Gem and Sparkling Pink Champagne, only have a couple uses left. The Lavender Blossom and the Pop of Pink are about half full. I will put them at my son's diaper changing station and they'll be gone really quick. And then I will be left with 24. Which is half of what I started out with. So ones I have left, I have 4 Lavender Blossom, 2 Love Peach and Joy, Gold Dust, Pink Diamond, Paris Amour, Pink Bloom, Pink Crazy Daisy, Winter Bloom, Beautiful Day, Be Good Honey Vanilla, White Pear and Fig, Fresh Picked First Bloom, 2 Pink Chiffon, 2 sweet strawberries and cream, 2 happy Easter, blushing tulips and peonies, and I Need Space cosmic berry. So it's still quite a few, but again, it is half of what I started off with this year, which is pretty good. So I imagine that next spring I will pretty much be able to finish these off. Okay, on to the body washes from my spring challenge. I started off with 13. My goal was to use 7 of them. We've already finished 8, so we've already surpassed our goal. I did purchase 3 new ones, so I have 8 left, which is still half. But one of them is, these are the 3 ones that I purchased, the 2 Honey Mania and the Lavender and Spring Apricot. The Lavender and Spring Apricot is currently in our shower. It's only about 1/3 gone, but I'm going to leave it in there for us to finish up. 1, because we've already started using it, and I feel like, we might as well finish it. 2, because my boyfriend is really enjoying it. I may put a summer one in there for me to use while he finishes this one, just because I'm ready to move on to summer scents. But that one will be gone here soon, which would bring my total to 9 empties and only 7 left to store, which is not too bad. So I have these 3 that I just purchased, and the remaining ones from the beginning of my spring challenge: 2 Butterfly Flower, Golden Magnolia Sun, P.S. I Love You, and Pink Chiffon. And on these that are left, don't think that I didn't use them because I don't like them. I just have so many products that using product one at a time, like I've been doing for my challenges, I'm not getting to use all of my favorites, which is one of the reasons I want to shrink my stash so that I'm not having to use up product and I can just use my favorites instead. Okay, I'm going to get started with the wrap up for my spring challenge body care. And I'm going to start off with this fragrance, New York Big Apple and Caramel. And I did not finish off any of this fragrance. I used it for about 2 or 3 days, and I'm going to have to move it to my fall stash. I had put it in with spring because in the bottle it was just a really sweet apple scent, and I thought it would be a nice spring to summer transition. But on my skin, it gets a really strong cinnamon note, and it smells really good, but I just can't use it in the spring. So I took it out of my spring challenge numbers, and I'm going to move it to fall, but I did want to include that little update in this video because this was in my spring challenge video. But all of the lotion and spray numbers that I will give you at the end of this segment will not include these products. I've taken them out of my beginning total as well. Okay, moving on to the rest of my spring body care wrap-up. Sweet Magnolia and Clementine, I have 1 lotion, 1 mini spray, and 3 sprays. I am going to finish this lotion before I move on to a summer scent. You can't tell because it was laying down, but it's down pretty low, and I already have a pump in it, so I want to go ahead and finish it off. I'm using it with this mini spray. I don't think I'll finish that, because when I'm done with the lotion, I'm going to put it away. But if I do, it'll be in my next empties video. I also still have Rome Honeysuckle Amour in lotion and spray, Tokyo Lotus and Apple Blossom, lotion, mini spray, and spray, P.S. I Love You, lotion and spray, and in Butterfly Flower, 3 lotions and 7 sprays. I actually used up several Butterfly Flower products this spring, but I ordered more when I placed my online order because that is my favorite scent. In London Tulips and Raspberry Tea, I have a lotion and a spray. Golden Magnolia Sun, 2 lotions and 2 sprays. Morocco Orchid and Morocco Orchid and Pink Amber, a lotion and 2 sprays. Sweet on Paris, 2 lotions and 1 spray. Beautiful Day Body Butter and 3 sprays. And White Tea and Ginger, 2 lotions and 4 sprays. Okay, these are the lotions that I have left without a matching spray. Daisy Dream Girl, Fresh Picked First Bloom, 2 from the company Deep Steep in Fresh Honey Blossom. And then from Aromatherapy, a Lavender Vanilla Body Cream and 2 Nighttime Tea Lotions. And a couple of these did get used, I just didn't finish them up. What I'm doing with my products that don't have a match, I'm pairing them up. Like I'm pairing my lotions without a match to my sprays without a match. But as soon as I use up one of those two items, I put the other one away until I can find something else to match with it. And my body sprays without matching lotions: 3 pearberry, 1 wildberry tulip, Love and Sunshine, Paris Amour, and Paris pink tulips and champagne, 2 sparkling limoncello, 2 Hello Beautiful, Peace, Love and Daisies, pink chiffon, and then I have minis in pink chiffon and Be Joyful. The sprays I have left from Victoria's Secret are Rush, Endless Love, and Love Addict, and a pink with a splash, Fresh and Clean. And these are just some random ones here: Bodycology Vanilla Cupcake, Body Fantasies Cotton Candy, and Love to Love Jasmine and Sparkling Mimosa. And that is it for the body care. Everything I have left. It's going to take me a moment here to go over my numbers, and I will be right back to let you know where I stand on body care for my spring challenge. Okay, so I did my math. I'm going to start with my lotion, and in that I include all moisturizers, body butters, body creams, all of that. I started off with 42 for this challenge. My goal was to use half of them, which is 21. I have used up 22 of them, including, if I include the Sweet Magnolia lotion that I showed you that I'll be finishing up. I bought 2 new ones, which I can tell you were the Deep Steep Fresh Honey Body Butters, which leaves me with 22 left. So I still used up half of them, not too bad on the lotions. I did not do quite as well on the sprays. I started with 57 body sprays. My goal was to use 14, which is 1/3. I knew I couldn't get through half of them. And I did actually use 15, so I went past my goal, which is awesome. But I bought 8 new sprays, so I still have 50 spring body sprays left. How crazy is that? That's insane. Yeah, I have a lot of body spray. At least I always smell good. So that is it, guys, for the body care. I still need to film my candles next time I get a free moment, and I will let you know how I'm doing on those. I've still got a couple that are actually probably going to burn out today or tomorrow, so I may wait until those are finished to film that segment of my spring challenge wrap-up. So I will be right back with that. Okay, to wrap up my spring challenge candles, I'm going to start off by showing you the 4 that I am currently burning. And since we're not quite done with May, I do plan to finish burning all 4 of these before I move on to summer candles. So I have White Tea and Ginger from Bath & Body Works, Cotton Candy from Mainstays, Rainy Spring Day from Better Homes and Gardens, and White Gardenia from Bath & Body Works. So they're not empty yet, but they will be empty before I move on to summer. Okay, so for the rest of the candles remaining in my spring stash, I have this Sunny Sangria. It smells like fruit punch. I think I'm going to move it into my summer stash just because I really want to get rid of it. You can see I've been burning it. It has a horrible burn, and I don't want to hold on to it for another year. So I'm probably going to make that a summer candle just to make myself use it up this year. This is from Front Porch Candle Company in Fruity Loops. Cotton Candy from Mainstays. This is a tri-layer candle from Nature's Wick. From Yankee, I have True Rose, and from Better Homes and Gardens, Buttercups and Bluebells, and Red Rose Bouquet. Alright, I also have White Gardenia, Live in the Sunshine, Fresh Blossoms, Mocha Latte Swirl, 1,000 Wishes, Party Dress, Dream Big, 3 Happy Sunshine and Green Daisies, Bloom, 2 White Tea and Ginger, Moroccan Market, Cotton Candy, Amsterdam Tulips and Windmills, Vanilla Bean Marshmallow, Lavender Market, and Flower Shop. And I also still have remaining this peony petals candle. I'm not even sure if I included it in the beginning, in the first spring challenge video, because it's part of my little display here, and I kind of forget that they are candles sitting up here, so I did not burn that. And then I will give you my final candle numbers for my spring challenge. I started off with 45. My goal was to use half of them, which would be 23. I have actually used 24, and once I finish up these 4 that I showed you, I will be at 28 empties, which is going to leave me with 26 spring candles, 25 once I take out that sunny sangria that I said I'm going to move to my summer stash. And I did purchase 9 new candles. 9 new candles is a lot, but I used up 24, almost 28 when these are gone, so that's not too bad. So that is it. That is the wrap up for my spring challenge. I don't know why my camera's not focused here. Sorry, guys. That is it for my spring challenge. Thank you all for sticking with me, and hopefully I will be back soon with an empties video.